Hello everyone, I will be going over the website Prodigy. We'll be going over what Prodigy is, the privacy settings and how it's applied to COPA, how to use it as a student, parent, and teacher, and how it applies to the ISTE standards. So what is Prodigy? So it is a free interactive game for grades 1 through 8. So the students get to create their own character and then they are able to math battle their peers for points. So the teachers can control what topics and curriculum to enter into the games. And the game is accessible for at-home and school math practice. The website provides teachers with data and reports on student progress, so then the teachers can make decisions about how to differentiate instruction or what needs to be worked on for direct instruction with math. The website also provides videos on how to log in, what the game is like, and interactive tutorials on how to navigate the site. The teacher does not specifically have to teach the students how to navigate the game. The game really prompts the students to figure out how to work the game on their own in really engaging ways. So privacy and parents. I pulled this from the website's thorough privacy policy. So this is a letter that they create to send out to the parents, which it just states what the game is, what the benefit of the game is, and how parents should get involved. So parents should be getting involved because of COPA. The students are under 13, so they will need their parents' consent to play this, and the parents can create an account linked to the students' account in order to protect their safety. It is also FERPA compliant for third-party sharing. The parents need to give consent for Prodigy to send their students' educational data anywhere. So Prodigy is COPA compliant. So it is actually certified by iKeepSafe, which is an organization for online safety. So it's COPA compliant because there are many policies which indicate how the data of the students is collected, used, stored, and who can be disclosed to, which is mainly the teachers and parents, and there is no identifying information throughout the game of the students, so the students do not share their names. The only identifying information would be the parents' login information and the teacher's login information, which is stored on the teacher's account. So the data collection is limited and only collected when necessary, and this is really the students' progress throughout the game. If they're getting the math questions right, if they're not, this is so that the game can really differentiate instruction for the students and prompt them with questions that are at their skill level. And it also is for this teacher to be able to track their student progress. So parents and students can request to view this data. They have policies for this and how to implement these requests. So the data can be amended, corrected, or deleted. So parents do have control over what data is collected of their student. And the website Prodigy regularly assesses and reforms their policies and provides a lot of employee training to make sure that they are abiding by COPA and other policies to keep students and people safe on the internet. So this is the student parent login information. It's www.prodigygame.com. The login information, the student will need to put their first name and last name, which will be stored for the teacher, and then create a password, or the teacher can actually go online and create all the accounts for students, and then the students just need the class code to be able to get in and play. It does ask for location and grade, and then parents' email should be linked to it. Parents can go online with the student and their kid to create both of the accounts at the same time so that they're automatically linked at the same time. I pulled this picture right here from the game when I was signing up as a student. It asked me to link my parent to get awesome rewards. This is just making sure that parents are linked so the students are safe and the parents know what's going on with their child's educational career with this game. So then the students will just create an avatar name. It's not the kid's real name. It's a list of predetermined names where a student chooses a name that they'd like to be identified by in the game, and then they choose their avatar appearance. So I will not be able to walk us through the entire game setup as a kid because from the kid's view, it takes a long time to get started, and the game is just a lot in general, and I will not be able to cover that in this video. So here's just a general overview of it. So this kid, after setting it up, will be able to choose a world, and the world has their peers or a teacher, where then they can then interact and battle with these their peers and teachers. And at the beginning, there's also a placement test, which the students do not know they are being tested. This is through the introduction of the game, where the students are learning how to play it. So they're learning how to select on icons to then select to battle people. And this is just a picture right here of one of the questions that they need to answer during a battle in order to advance, so that they can earn point, level up, and create badges. So this applies to many of the ISTE standards for students. So many of these standards are applied when the students are playing throughout the game. So for empowered learner, the students, it is their own game, and they learn at their own pace. So they choose when and who they want to battle, and they work on mastering their math skills. It is also applying to the standards of digital citizens, where the students are being introduced at a basic level that the internet is online social interactions throughout this game. They know that they are interacting with their teachers and their peers, so that they are able to identify this safe interaction. And knowledge constructor standards. The students are using the game as a digital tool to build upon their math knowledge that they're learning in class. So the questions are challenging, and they require critical thinking in order for the students to win the battles and level up and earn points. It also connects to the global collaborator standard. So the students work together. They battle the teachers, they battle the classmate, they challenge each other to work towards, the common goal of mastering, improving their math skills. So for teacher information, I'm going to show you how to log into a teacher account. As I said, it's difficult for me to show you the entire student account, since it's such a long game and set a process, but I will be showing you the teacher information, where you can send letters, where you can access the class code, where you can create types of questions and how many questions and what content of questions you want to be implemented for the students to be practicing throughout the game. I'll be showing you how to plan assessments and pick certain durations by using the calendar setting, and then I'll be showing you how to access the data and the certain types of data that the website assesses throughout the students' progress of the game. So here's Prodigy. Right here where it says get your free account, that is where you will either select if you're a parent, student, teacher, or administration. So this is where the parents and students begin to log in, and then once they log in, they can go up here and click Play Prodigy, and that's where they will be able to practice and play the game. So teachers log in there, you create you put your email address and your name, and then you can do login, and it'll take you to start creating your class. So I've already created my class, but that's okay. So I will be showing you how to navigate this through my EDFN course. So this is the home page. It has a leaderboard where the students are getting answers correct. It shows you the stats of how many questions are answered, and if they're at home or at school. It shows you the progress and all the assessments that I've implemented for my students, placement tests, and skills activities that I can implement into the course. And it tells you where the students are in the game and how many questions they've answered and the level that they've gotten them correct on. So up here, the help is also where the privacy policy is, where I can select this and read about COPA and FERPA and other privacy policies. And up here, I can also play Prodigy, so I can play against my own students. And over here in the students section, this is a class code that I will be sending to students so that they can log in. And here are my students' names. Right here, it says parent not connected, so I know that I need to get the student connected with their parent online so that they can interact with the games and work upon their math skills. So up here is where I can send the letter that I have showed previously, so it can be digital format or printed format. And right here is assessments. I can implement a lot of assessments for the students. So I'm going to show you an example. I can create them to align to a standard, or I can choose how many questions I want to be implemented into the game so that the students are running into a certain amount of questions for content. So I'm just going to do for the standard, and I'm going to go down, I'm going to pick one of these standards. I'm going to select volume. And I'm going to name it volume, something simple. And I can select the duration. So I want this to be selected for an entire week where the students will have volume questions implemented into the game for 1 week. And I'll click create. And then again, I can go back and I can see how much the kids are interacting with these questions and how much they're getting them correct. So then I can go down to reports, and there's a bunch of different reports that I can have. I'll be going over some of them right here, so that I can see their placement test levels, and I can track the progress from placement to where they are now. I can track their time they've spent at home or at school. I can track their progress monitoring concepts, different topics, their overall comprehension, if they're increasing in some topics or decreasing in levels of some topics, or how much curriculum I have covered throughout the entire game. So I can use this data to then see where my kids are at in this game and then apply them to how I want to direct instruction for math in the school setting. So then, I can go to, wrap up. So overall, Prodigy is a free online math game and tool. It is compliant to COPA and other privacy standards. Teachers can create topics and content to implement into the game, and then they can track that data throughout the game so that they can apply what they want to be able to teach the students, or where they need to be reaching certain students during direct instruction throughout school. And the game also applies to many of the ISTE standards for students. So thank you for watching and learning about Prodigy.